What if I told you that $10,000 could be the difference between just getting by and building real wealth? It's a lot of money, but how you use it is what truly matters. It can vanish on wants or become the seed for your financial future. The key is having a smart, deliberate plan. Today we'll break down the best ways to invest $10,000 to help you get financially free and build wealth. Most Americans can't afford a $1,000 emergency, so if you have $10,000 ready to invest, you're already ahead. Let's make that $10,000 count. Before chasing big returns, you need a solid financial foundation. The first use of your $10,000 might be defense, not offense, paying off high-interest debt. Credit card debt and personal loans with high rates are silent wealth killers. Paying off a credit card with a 22% APR is like getting a guaranteed tax-free 22% return. That's unbeatable. Imagine the relief of seeing your debt balance hit zero, no more dreading statements or losing money to interest. That mental freedom is priceless and clears the way for real progress. Once high-interest debt is gone, or if you don't have any, build your emergency fund. Life is unpredictable. Car repairs, medical bills, job loss. Without an emergency fund, small bumps become crises that push you back into debt. Aim for 6 months of essential expenses in a high-yield savings account. With $10,000, you could fully fund this safety net. It's not about getting rich, it's about not becoming poor. Paying off debt and building an emergency fund both carry almost zero risk. This is a risk level 1 out of 10, safe and smart. Think of it as checking your parachute before skydiving. Once you're debt-free and have a safety net, you're ready to invest. Now you can take calculated risks without fear of a setback wiping you out. The psychological shift from worry to strength is transformative. So before you get excited about stocks or real estate, do a financial health check. Use your $10,000 to solidify your base if you need to. It might feel like a step sideways, but it's the biggest step forward. Once this is done, you're truly free to invest. You've built your launchpad for wealth. Don't skip this step. It's the most important investment you'll ever make. Only after this should you move on to the next steps. Build your fortress first, then reach for the sky. That's how you set yourself up for lasting financial success. Let's move on to growing your wealth. With your foundation set, it's time to put your money to work. Enter index funds and ETFs. This is the proven path to long-term wealth for most investors. Index funds and ETFs let you buy a slice of the entire stock market in one move. Instead of betting on one company, you're investing in hundreds, like the S&P 500. This diversification lowers your risk and harnesses the power of the whole economy. Legendary investors like Warren Buffett recommend low-cost index funds for most people. You're not trying to outsmart the market, you're becoming the market. The real excitement is watching compounding work over decades. $10,000 in an S&P 500 index fund could grow to over $100,000 in 30 years, assuming an 8% average return, and that's without adding more. Getting started is easy. Open an account with Vanguard, Fidelity, or Schwab, and buy an ETF like VOO or VTI. Fees are low, so almost all your money works for you. The risk here is moderate, about a 4 out of 10. The market goes up and down, but over 10, 20, or 30 years, diversified index funds have been very reliable. The key is discipline. Don't panic when the market dips. Think of it like planting an oak tree. Plant it, water it, and let it grow. One day, you'll have a strong tree providing shade and security. This is the core of your wealth-building engine. Consider putting $5,000, $7,000 of your $10,000 here. You're investing in the world's best companies and letting time do the heavy lifting. Get excited about the long game and decades of compounding. This isn't just an investment, it's a commitment to your future self. It's the most reliable way to turn $10,000 into life-changing money. No need to chase the next big thing, just buy the market and let it grow. This is how you build real, lasting wealth. Set it, forget it, and watch your future take shape. Let's look at how to add a little excitement without risking it all. Next up, picking individual stocks. Ready for the thrill? Now let's talk about the high-risk, high-reward world of picking individual stocks. This is where you try to find the next big winner. Think Tesla or Nvidia before they exploded. The potential upside is huge, but so is the risk. For every success story, there are countless companies that fail. When you buy a single stock, you're making a concentrated bet on one company's future. If you're right, the rewards are massive. If you're wrong, you could lose it all. Don't let FOMO or hype drive your decisions. Do your research. Read financial statements, understand the business, and know why you believe in the company's future. If you can't explain your investment in simple terms, don't buy it. Limit your exposure, allocate only 10-20% of your $10,000 to individual stocks. This is your speculative money. Only invest what you can afford to lose. The risk here is high, about 8 out of 10. Be prepared for volatility and the possibility of big losses. Focus on what you know. Your job or hobbies might give you an edge. Legendary investor Peter Lynch called this investing in what you know. Treat this like a high-stakes poker game. Play conservatively, study the market, and only make big bets when you have strong conviction. If you have the appetite for risk and the discipline to do the work, this can be rewarding. But always go in with your eyes open. Never invest more than you're willing to lose. Individual stocks can add excitement and potential upside to your portfolio. But remember, it's a risky game. Balance is key. Don't let speculation derail your financial plan. Use this strategy wisely, and it can be both fun and profitable. Now let's talk about the boring side of investing, and why it's brilliant. Sometimes, safety is the smartest move. Not every dollar needs to be a daredevil. Sometimes boring is brilliant. This is your portfolio's safety net. High-yield savings accounts, CDs, and US Treasury bills. These aren't going to make you rich, but they protect your money and earn a safe, modest return. Use these for money you can't afford to lose, like a down payment or short-term savings. High-yield savings accounts, HYSAs, offer much higher interest than traditional banks. They're perfect for your emergency fund or short-term goals. Certificates of deposit, CDs, lock your money for a set time in exchange for a higher rate. Good for fixed, known timelines. Just watch for early withdrawal penalties. US Treasury bills are backed by the government and are among the safest investments on Earth. The risk here is extremely low, about 1 out of 10. Your money is FDIC insured or government-backed. The only real risk is inflation, but these aren't for long-term growth. They're for safety and liquidity. Think of this as the designated driver of your portfolio. Steady, reliable, and always there when you need it. When stocks are down, this part of your portfolio stays steady. Use your $10,000 to fully fund your emergency savings here. For short-term goals, consider a CD or T-bill ladder for a little extra interest. Smart investors know the value of defense. Having safe, liquid assets gives you options and peace of mind. Embrace the boring. It helps you sleep at night. Sometimes the safest move is the smartest one. Now let's look beyond the stock market for even more ways to grow your wealth. Alternatives can add a new dimension to your portfolio. Ready to explore? Let's dive in. Want to diversify even more? Let's talk about alternative investments, real estate, crowdfunding, and starting your own business. Real estate is a classic alternative, but $10,000 usually isn't enough to buy property outright. Enter REITs, companies that own income-producing real estate. You can buy shares just like stocks. Or try real estate crowdfunding. Platforms like Fundrise let you invest small amounts in big projects. REITs are moderately risky, about 5 out of 10. Crowdfunding is riskier, maybe 7 out of 10, since your money is tied up for years. Always do your research before investing. The highest potential upside? Investing in yourself. Starting a side hustle or small business. $10,000 could launch an e-commerce store, buy equipment, or fund a new app. The return can be unlimited, but the risk is high, 9 or 10 out of 10. Many businesses fail, but the skills you gain are invaluable. Be honest about your risk tolerance and how hands-on you want to be. REITs and crowdfunding are more passive. Starting a business is active and risky. Consider dedicating $1,000, $3,000 of your $10,000 to alternatives for diversification. When stocks are down, rental income or side hustle cash can keep you moving forward. Don't be afraid to look beyond traditional options. The financial world is full of new opportunities. Do your research, understand the risks, and you might find the perfect way to accelerate your journey. Alternatives can add excitement and potential to your portfolio. Just remember, balance and due diligence are key. Now let's wrap up with your next steps. Your journey to financial freedom starts now. Here's how to take action. There you have it, 5 smart ways to put $10,000 to work in 2025. We've covered building a foundation, index funds, individual stocks, safety nets, and alternatives. The right strategy depends on your goals, timeline, and risk tolerance. The most important step? Get started. Don't let analysis paralysis hold you back. Every dollar you invest today is working for your future. The journey to financial independence starts with this $10,000. Your future self will thank you.